Good morning. This is your media report for Monday, November the 28th, 2016. I'm Sergeant Chuck Breen, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. Since Friday morning, November the 25th, until today's date, police have responded to 359 calls for service. The St. John Police Force would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333 or at our email police@stjohn.ca. Or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website at crimenb.ca. On Friday evening at 8:02 p.m., St. John Police were dispatched to a motor vehicle accident on Prince Street. Officers learned that a van had struck a parked truck. When officers were speaking to the driver of the van, they found that the driver displayed signs of being impaired. As a result, the driver was transported to the St. John Police Station in order to take a breathalyzer test. Once there, the driver refused to take the test, and as a result, officers arrested the driver, a 28-year-old female, for impaired driving and refusing a breathalyzer test. She was released to appear in court on a later date. At 1:32 a.m., St. John Police received a call of a vehicle being driven by a male who was possibly impaired, leaving Market Square. Responding officers were able to locate the vehicle and upon talking to the driver found that he displayed signs of being impaired. The driver was transported to the St. John Police Station where he was given a breathalyzer test. As a result of the test, St. John Police arrested the driver, a 27-year-old male, for impaired driving. He was released to appear in court on a later date. On Saturday morning at 11:07 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of domestic violence on Loch Lomond Road. Officers were advised by the victim that she and her husband had been arguing when he grabbed her by the arms and started to shove her around the room. As a result of this information, police arrested a 34-year-old male for assault. He was released in order to appear in court on a later date. He was also placed on an order not to have contact with the victim. Police received a further call at 3:30 p.m. that the suspect had contacted the victim. As a result, police arrested the male for being in violation of his release order. He was held to appear in court. On Saturday evening at 8:46 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a man who had fallen and struck his head on Cranston Avenue. When officers arrived, the male, who was intoxicated, was arguing with paramedics who were trying to assist him. The male was taken to the regional hospital where he was treated and released. Police, who had discovered that the male was on a court order not to consume alcohol, arrested the male for a violation of a court order. He was held to appear in court. At 12:48 a.m., St. John Police responded to Wentworth Street for a call of a man laying on the street who was bleeding. Responding officers learned that the male had been stabbed during an argument with a female. The male was transported to the regional hospital where he was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. As a result of this, police arrested a 29-year-old female for assault with a weapon. She was held to appear in court. This matter is being investigated by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. At 1:50 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a man causing damage to the inside of a residence on Loch Lomond Road. Officers were advised that a husband and wife were having a discussion when the husband started to damage the inside of the apartment. Responding officers learned that the husband, who had been drinking, was on a court order not to consume alcohol. As a result, police arrested the 24-year-old male for a violation of a court order. He was held to appear in court. At 5:31 a.m., a St. John police officer noted a vehicle traveling northbound in the southbound lane of St. Patrick Street. The officer stopped the vehicle and at that time discovered that the driver was displaying signs of being impaired. The driver of the vehicle was transported to the St. John Police Station for a breathalyzer test. As a result of the readings, police arrested the driver, a 22-year-old female, for impaired driving. She was released to appear in court on a later date. At 2:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, St. John Police responded to a call of a robbery on Peter Street. Officers were advised by the victim, a 24-year-old male, that he had been approached by three males who threatened him with a weapon and took a quantity of cash from him. The victim was not hurt. As a result of the suspect description supplied by the victim, police arrested three males, ages 37, 24, and 22, for robbery. They were held to appear in court. This matter is being investigated by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. This concludes the media report for Monday, November the 28th, 2016. Have a good day and be safe.